Well, there you have it. Zak Sturge swaps West London for South London. He is officially a permanent Millwall player. Hello, welcome back to my channel. Please like, comment, subscribe, share as always. If you're loyal and have yet to have done that, I do not know what you are doing. It's a busy summer, so much support on this channel would be much appreciated. Bosh, like I said, I don't know what order these videos are going out, but the latest addition is Chelsea fullback Zak Sturge. He is a Millwall player on a permanent basis. He swapped left West London for South London, and it's a position that we needed to fill. He's young, hungry, vibrant. He was here on loan last season, wasn't he? And obviously, with a little bit of spell in the team that he did have. Obviously, the people at Millwall liked what they see, and he is a Millwall player on a permanent basis. I'm hearing that he wasn't out of contract, so I'm hearing we might have to signed him for a small fee, but like I said, you wouldn't be seeing this video if he isn't a Millwall player, and he is a Millwall player. I don't know whether he is in before the goalkeeper or after the goalkeeper. You're going to have to wait and see what order you see these videos in, but like I said, you're seeing this video because he is a Millwall player, and the 21-year-old, I want to say, is another excellent addition in another position that we need. Provides stiff competition for the likes of Joe Bryan. Maybe he will take the mental over from Joe Bryan going into next season, and Joe Bryan becomes the understudy to Zak Sturge, because he wouldn't have signed really if he wasn't guaranteed first team football. I think this is a wonderful place for him to come and develop, show his skill set, which he did show towards the end of the last season. I liked what I see of him, and it's another brilliant addition. Fits the age profile of him only being, I want to say, 21, 22 years old. Vibrant, pacey, likes to tackle, so he'll fit the mould of a Millwall player. He can play in some different positions. I think he can, if you ask him to, cover the position of right wing back, right back, but he's primarily a left back, and it's a position that we wanted and needed to fill going into the summer. We had interest in Charlton, Terry Small, didn't we? But this is another one, like I said, we can get on board with, giving young Premier League players the opportunity to come and prove themselves in the Championship. This is going to be his first full, shall we say, season in professional football, and I'm here for it. I'm not too sure what the fee is, if there was a fee at all, but like I said, second or first signing of the summer, depending, like I said, on what weight range you see these videos, and it's another one I can get on board with. I'm expecting us to maybe ramp it up a bit now in terms of the transfer business that we do. The players are back next week for pre-season, and these two players are players that we needed to bring in, two positions that we so desperately needed to fill, and Zak Sturge just fits everything that this club and we are trying to do going forward. The age profile, the ability, and he is a very, very, very good footballer, and he can stay here for a few years, and then we can look to maybe move him on in a few years' time. So it's another one I can get on board with. You will see obviously another video on him where he can bring Millwall. We know that already, but you would see that pretty imminently. So go and check that out if you haven't already. So it's up on the channel. So it's another one I can get on board with. So Zak Sturge becomes the latest addition of the summer for Alex Neil's side, and welcome on board to Zak Sturge. Let's jump over to his first interview now. Welcome on board, Zak. Coming lines.
Zak, welcome back. I would say welcome, but it's welcome back to Millwall. You're back here again, this time on a permanent basis, and a deal that you must be delighted to get done. You've had to bide your time a little bit, but you're now here.
Yeah, no, I'm really happy to be back, and I can't wait to get started.
You're back here for a second time, of course, after your loan spell the second half of last season. How beneficial was that for you to get used to everything, your surroundings, the squad, Alex Neil and so on?
Yeah, no, I think it helped a lot for me, especially as it helped me to kind of meet the boys before, and so now that I'm back for a second time, like, I know the kind of people that I'm around, and that's a good group. And obviously I'm going to create some new bonds with some of the new players, but it just helps to always have that kind of familiar environment and familiar faces around.
Well, one thing you will get used to a little bit more, and you got used to it at the back end of last season, is playing at the Den. How much did you enjoy that, playing in front of what were some big crowds, of course, with the club pushing for the top six?
Yeah, no, the atmosphere at the Den was amazing. The fans were unreal, and I just can't wait to be back playing in front of them. It was a good atmosphere to be in front of.
How key was Alex Neil in the discussions? We've seen that there's a clear pathway at this football club now for young talent, that if you're good enough, you're going to get put in the squad. What was the discussions like with him over the summer?
Yeah, no, towards the end of the season, I got my fair little run out, and I was really grateful for that from the gaffer. And towards the end of the season, I had a little sit down, and he kind of explained to me how I could be envisioned in his future. And yeah, it was a part of the future that I wanted to be a part of.
You rejoined a squad, of course, that just missed out on that final day at Burnley. As gutting as that may have been, did you know then in your heart of hearts that you'd be back, or was it a decision you had to make over the summer?
I think then I did have a kind of idea, yeah, because like the way the team was and that the vibe that I got was that although it was a really kind of gutting thing to happen that we didn't obviously get playoffs, I thought the team was still together and still everyone kind of supported each other, and it was just an environment that I wanted to be in. Now here I am, I've got the opportunity, and I think where we are going at the moment, the players that we have, I think that it's definitely a good possibility that we can get promotion and get in good positions.
You come here now, of course, just about 3 or 4 days before the trip to Spain, the pre-season training camp. Although, as you say, you've settled in before and you've been here with the other squad members, how important is that period going to be for you to get reacquainted with them all? And just generally, how important are parts like that in football to go away together and spend maybe 4, 5, 6 days in each other's pockets, basically?
Yeah, I think it's really important actually, because it gives you time to kind of not gel on the pitch, not also gel on the pitch, but also off the pitch as well. In your downtime when you're away, you can have catch up, and for me especially, it'll be a good time to kind of reconnect with the boys and see how they're doing.
Now that you're here on a permanent basis, what are your aspirations and goals of Mill, whether that be short term for just this season or long term following that?
So for this season, it's my first season as playing men's football, so kind of just to get a good run out of games and play in front of the fans and kind of get a feel for what the men's game's like.
And now that you're here, I suppose you've got a message to the Millwall fans who can't wait to see you on that pitch. What is your message to them now that you're here on a permanent basis and you're a Millwall player for the foreseeable future?
That I'm happy to be back, and I can't wait to be playing in front of you guys again.